Alyssa accepted a job in advertising. She was bound and determined to move to New York. She was truly living her best life, getting free sneakers and going to fun work happy hours. The luxurious gifts, though, were not the best perk of the job. It was a 6'3", tall, dark, and handsome media guru who also frequented the vendor parties. My best friend was out for happy hour in New York City, and she ran into Alyssa on her first date with Steve. So I got a text from my best friend saying, I just saw your sister and she's on a date. So of course, I waited a couple of hours until the date was over, and I immediately called Alyssa and was like, so I've heard you were on a date. And she was like, how do you know that? You live in Philadelphia. And I was like, my best friend saw you. And she was like, I really like him. I met him through work. He seems to be great. He really makes me laugh. And it was all positive things from there.
Alyssa, receive this ring as a sign of my love and fidelity. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
Stephen, receive this ring as a sign of my love and fidelity. In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
She's probably, of all the 4 kids, the quietest, but she's still very outgoing. She's still very personable. She's got a giggle and a laugh that'll fill a room. And that's what's so funny, too, is that Steve's the funny guy, so you got the laugher for the jokester, which is perfect.
This is a dream that I never could have even imagined. So this is the best night of all time, and I can't wait for the rest of our lives together. I love you, Liz.
So at the house, it was a little bit crazy because we had so many different things going on, but it was great to spend time with all of Alyssa's family and especially settle into the new house. I think we got to all experience that together, so hopefully that'll be some long-lasting memories.
We got this beautiful, lovable, loving little girl that I was never afraid to bring her anywhere with me.
I just got married less than 2 years ago, and I felt more emotional watching my big sister get ready than when I was. She just was so calm and just knew that this was what she was supposed to be doing. So we just had a fun time, all hanging out, getting ready together. It felt so natural.
She lit up a room, in a way that made people feel good about themselves her whole life.
My son and I went to breakfast together this morning, and then most of the day the girls were all at the house with Alyssa and stuff, and he hung out with his friends. So we had, it was a great time getting ready. It was really nice.
I used to babysit Steve a lot, so whenever I was there, he, would do something absurd like lock me in the bathroom, or we'd have a pillow fight on the couch. But yeah, we always had a good time.
Our family is a little bit loud. We're always a little wild. So he came in, and Steve is, I wouldn't consider him quiet, but the first time he came in, he was a little bit quieter, but he just got all of his one-liners in that were so funny that we just opened up to him right away. He didn't say much that first time we met him, but when he did say it, he made it worth it, and he had us all laughing, and we knew right away that he was gonna keep us laughing for a long time.
She came out as a blonde-haired, blue-eyed little girl, and just changed our life forever.
There you go. Hey, that's great.
She was our babysitter, my best little buddy. She was that little girl that you could always count on, She was mature and the best firstborn that you can have, because I could always entrust her with the siblings. Like, I would get a babysitter, but she'd be my babysitter to take care of the kids, because I knew she had it going on. And just even as we planned this wedding, it was unbelievable to watch her work through the process. And she had an inspiration, and she's the one that always dreamed about her wedding. And she just led our family in a special kind of way. Even like when my husband and I couldn't make certain events, we could send Alyssa and count on her to do her thing and represent us and the family well. She came into this world and changed it for the better. We thank God for that gift that he made us parents. And then we got this beautiful, loving little girl.
Laughter is a sign of love, but it's certainly a sign of God. Somehow we have images of God that looks very severe and very stern, and sometimes I think people actually develop a fear of God in not the sense of awe and wonder, but a fear that God's going to get us if we don't watch out. But that's not what love is all about. Love is about laughter. Love is about joy, an abundance of joy that we find rarely completely in this world, but we get small signs of what that heavenly kingdom will be about when we experience Alyssa and Stephen. Thank you for sharing that gift that is yourself. And I think those who know you will say that you have that strength that will enable you to get through the good times and bad times, but also that reality that God is love and you have found that strength of God in your life. Let that continue to grow, and remember, we can't do it without that. Turn to prayer in your time of need. Turn to God to find comfort and strength. But most importantly, smile and laugh and enjoy the good times that God has in store for you. Thank you for saying yes, because we all need those signs of love and laughter. We all need those signs that God is truly alive in the world, and he's alive in this sacrament that you celebrate today. Listen, Stephen, the church shares your joy and warmly welcomes you, together with your family and friends, as today you establish between yourself a lifelong partnership.
I brought other heels, but there's so much more coming.
She's our firstborn, and there was never going to be anybody good enough. I had a really high bar and expectation, and I told her to value herself and the person she is, and that she is just a gift to whoever she marries. The beauty of Steve is that he's his own self, and I do love that about the new people that are entering into our family, is that they bring a whole new dynamic. He's funny and witty, and he has this beauty about him that adds a whole new dimension to our life.
I, Stephen, take you, Alyssa, for my lawful wife,
To have and to hold from this day forward, for better, for worse,
for richer, for poor, in sickness and in health.
to love and to cherish, until death do us part.
May the Lord in his kindness strengthen the consent you have declared before the church, and graciously bring to fulfillment his blessing within you. And what God has joined together, let no one put asunder.
He loves her. She loves him. When they work together, I would say that with weddings, they are ridiculous, and you're spending this money and you're thinking, this is just insanity at its finest. But you watch the couple work together and you can foresee their future, is that, okay, they can make decisions together, they can butt heads together, they can, come out the other end of it and say, okay, we have one answer. We are two people coming together and uniting and making our answers.
This Mass is ended. Let us go forth to love and serve the Lord and one another.
They're a very loved couple. I would say it's primarily family, and then they're close-knit friends that have truly been there for them for the long haul. We're so blessed to have such good friends and family that have supported them throughout their entire relationship, and we know will continue to do so.
Oh, tonight's gonna be a big party. It's gonna be awesome. There's a lot of fun. Both families are big and boisterous and love to dance, so I expect good things.
People have come from California, Alabama, Boston, Erie, Chicago, all over the United States. We thank you on behalf of Alyssa and Steve. It means so much that you made the effort to be here, so welcome.
I feel like Alyssa and Steve really bring out the best in each other. Steve is a huge sports fanatic, and Alyssa's our dancer, but she also loves sports, and she's more than happy to watch a game with him, and she's very knowledgeable when it comes to her sports stuff. So Steve knows everything, but she can keep up with him, and they just have a great time together. They don't really care what they do. It can be sitting on the couch, it can be baking dinner, and they just have a great time together, and that's really all you can ask for. Their dynamic is a lot of fun and loving, and they just enjoy each other's company, and he makes her laugh, and Alyssa has the best laugh in the world, so the more you can hear that laugh, just the better life is.
Alyssa at age 8 was more mature than I am today. She was always looking out for her siblings. She raised Ryan. We'd go on trips and she'd be the one following people around and always taking care of everybody. She is so determined, so passionate, so articulate, so intelligent, so humble. I'm honored to be your father.
Steve and I have known each other our entire lives, and we've got a long list of memories. But through the good and the bad, I always knew that I could count on Steve to be there as my trusty sidekick. So with that, Alyssa, you've snagged a good one. All of these qualities that made Steve my brother and my best friend have really validated that he's going to be an awesome partner for you.
I'd like, on the night of their eldest granddaughter's wedding, to welcome to the dance floor Carney and Gloria Metzger, the love of our lives.
All of my friends say
It was a lot of detail, and my son got rooked into doing a lot of things he would never do, as far as putting stickers on bottles, helping out Alyssa any way he could to make this day work perfect for her.
love that sets me free.
I am overwhelmed by the amount of love I feel in this room for the exceptional couple that stands before us. Each and every one of you has had an impact on Alyssa's and Steve's journey, and it genuinely would not be as meaningful of a celebration without all of you here.
It was just a great day so far, and is only going to be better when we're all on the dance floor hanging out. Alyssa's an amazing dancer, so I can't wait to see her out there. And Steve's a gem because he can dance, but not as good as her, but he holds his own, and they have a great time together, and it's great to see.
Oh, they're so cute, and Alyssa brings out the best in my brother. I think our family's not really an emotional family at all, but Alyssa brings that side out of him, which is so great to watch.
We know Alyssa is in good hands by the way Steve treats the rest of the women in his life, including his mother, his two sisters, and baby Ella. We cannot wait to see what the future holds, and we promise to be there every step of the way.
You I find a love that sets me free.
As everyone said, Alyssa, you are the perfect match for Steve. From the moment we met you on our Manasquan beach house, roughly 10 to 12 citrus rattlers deep, you quickly became such an important part of all of our lives, and I can't remember what it was like before we knew you. You almost instantly felt like you were part of our group since college. Your signature and infectious laugh make our often mediocre jokes sound hilarious. Between Brian and I, we've known Steve or Stevie his entire life, and we've seen every phase he's gone through becoming the man he is today. And while we've loved all those other previous versions, we can agree that Steve's never been better than he is right now, and that's because he's with you. Thank you for making our buddy so happy and bringing so much love and joy into our lives. So please, everyone, raise a glass. Join us in toasting Alyssa and Steve to a lifetime of laughs, love, and happiness. We love you guys. Cheers.
Last time I did this, I thanked my wife at the end. I want to move that up this time.
Close your eyes with me. Start imagining a world full of love. We can change the stars.
They met back up on the corner of 34th and 2nd Avenue to seal the deal with a kiss in front of garlic pizza. So to commemorate that night and to represent 4 years going on forever, we have a special delivery all the way from New York City, where this love story originated. This pizza is from Garlic Pizza. I told the general manager everyone would give him 5 stars on Yelp. So throw him 5 stars.